Hi, welcome to Therapy Designs. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to upload a design to RedBubble. I'm starting with RedBubble because it is the easiest platform to start with. There are no requirements to get in like there are for Merch by Amazon, and it doesn't cost you any money like Etsy. So it's just an easy way to start if you're just getting started. It will also put your design on the most products all at once. So, to start, create your RedBubble account, and then you're just gonna go ahead and hit upload new work. So it should bring you to a page that looks like this, add new work. Now you can copy existing work if you already have some settings from other designs that you wanna copy, but assuming you're just starting from scratch, you're gonna go ahead and click upload new work. So for this example, I'm just going to use a design that I've already made, and I made it on Canva, so it's going to be Retired 2022. I'm just gonna go with this one, and I'm gonna open it. Okay, so once it is uploaded, you'll see it here. Now, if you designed on a black background, it will be hard to see because it's gonna show it up on white. But it is there. If you can come down to the first shirt design, for example, if you hit edit and you change the color of the shirt to black, now you can see there is my design just the way I want it on a black background. So, but for starters, when we first upload our design, we're gonna need title, tags, description. For this one, title's gonna be really simple. I'm just gonna put Retired 2022, not my problem. Okay, tags, I think you're allowed up to 30 tags. So you're probably gonna wanna go ahead and put your title and any relevant tags. I'm gonna keep this simple. I'm gonna put Retired 2022. I'm gonna put not my problem anymore. I'm gonna put retirement party. Retirement gift. Oops, hopes if I spell it right. You can put funny retirement gift. Etc., etc., etc. You can just put retired. And description, I typically just go ahead and copy my title into my description. Okay, so once you have your title and tags the way you want them, then you can come down. Now, if you scroll down, you'll see that there are a lot of products for you to put your design on, okay? And most of them will allow you to put a backdrop color. So for the first couple shirts, you have to pick a shirt color, but once we get to here, we can pick a background color. So I'll show you that in a second. But starting with shirts, you can scroll through, pick whatever shirt color you think it will look good on. I'm just gonna go with black. That's typically the most popular. And over here, you're gonna find some tabs, okay? So if you click here, you're gonna see that not all of the designs have been checked. So for example, kids clothing isn't checked, kids pullover hoodie isn't checked, toddler pullover hoodie isn't checked. Now they'll typically recommend going ahead and putting your design on every single product just because, so that you'll have the most possible chances, unless of course it is an R-rated design. For this one, I don't think kids are gonna be wearing an officially retired design, but I mean, if they were and I wanted to hit kids clothes, I can do that. And you'll see right over here next to kids clothes, it says defaults. Now I can click that as well, and it's gonna allow me to pick the default for kids clothing style. So this is gonna have to do with what thumbnail will show. So you can pick from the baby short sleeve or long sleeve one piece, a baby shirt, a kid's shirt. You can also pick different colors. So I can pick, you know, whatever colors. Again, if I wanna pick black, I can hit apply changes. And now I can go ahead, come back over here. If I like the way everything looks, I can hit apply changes. You can also change the size of your design. So I can bring the design down, I can bring the design up, I can center it horizontally, I could center it vertically if I wanted to. I don't want to do that. I'll go back to centering horizontally. Once you have it the way that you want it, you'll hit apply changes. And so that is your first design. And you'll see down here, it'll tell you how many products you have enabled. So it says 10 out of 12. I did not enable the, baby or the toddler hoodie or one of the other kids' clothing items. Over here, next shirt, 3 out of 3 enabled. So all of these are enabled. If I hit edit again, I can pick the shirt color that I want. I'm going to go with the dark color. And I'm going to center horizontally. So now here you can click here, it'll show you that all 3 are enabled. Now these, you'll have to pick a default shirt color separately. So right now it says premium t-shirt. So if I scroll to the next one, now it says scoop t-shirt. So if I don't pick a color, it's going to default to this whitish color, which I don't want. So I'm going to go ahead and pick a dark color for that. And then one more time, the long t-shirt, and I'm going to go ahead and pick a color for that as well. Once I have that the way I like it, I'll go ahead, hit apply changes, and keep going. So now we've got our hat. This is a relatively new item that they've added recently. So I'm going to go ahead, black hat. I'm going to bring my design down so that it fits where I want it. Oops. Maybe up just a little bit. Horizontally, good. And just like the last one, there's 2 different caps. So there's a baseball cap, and if I come over here, there is a dad hat. I have to pick the color for each. So once I've picked the colors I want, I can hit apply change, and it should go ahead and put it right there on the cap. So you can see how that goes. And you can keep going down, and we'll just go item by item. Once we get here, we can start picking background colors. So I'll show you what that looks like. So here, I'm gonna have to choose a background color. So here it says set background. So I can come up and I can pick any background color that I want. So as you can see, I mean, I can really go to town on that if I want to. If I want it to be black, I can just drag it all the way to the very corner. Now it's a black color. And I can go ahead and bring this down and center it horizontally. And if I come up, it'll kind of show you what it looks like there. So same idea, apply change. And so that is 1 out of 1 enabled. Now if you see here, this one is not enabled. So it'll say disabled. You want it to be in green. That means the product's been enabled. So if I want to enable this, I click this button here. Oops, there it is. Now it's enabled. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you a little shortcut here. I could go one by one and pick the background color being black for every item. An easier way to do that would be to come up here, and I can pick a background color up here that it will apply to all of the items. So if I come up here and I go ahead and come all the way down to my blackest of blacks, there we go. It should now go ahead and put that on the backdrop for everything. So now I don't have to pick a color for each one. Now, if you want to pick colors individually, you can, but if you want the same color for everything, that is going to be the faster way to do it. Now I'm going to come down here for dresses. Now on a dress, you might not want just one static image. So if I was to put this here and you look up, that kind of looks funny. This has a really cool feature where I can choose a pattern. So if I put choose pattern, I can do regular grid or offset grid. Offset grid's gonna look better, and it's gonna make a grid design. So now I can shrink this down, and if I scroll back up, now you can see that there is a pattern on this dress. And so I can make that kind of small if I want to, and I can put it wherever I want it so that it's a little bit more centered, so something like that looks good. And then I can apply changes. Now I can do the same thing with the graphic shirt. So again, a graphic shirt, I can, it's an all over print shirt, so I could just have the logo in the front, but that's a lot like the regular t-shirt. Or I could go ahead and do the offset grid pattern. And again, put it wherever I want it. And now I have an all over print graphic shirt. And so I'll keep going down. Same thing, they have an A-line dress. And again, it's recommended that you go ahead and put your design on everything, even if you don't think that anybody will buy it. You know, I don't know too many people who want to buy a retirement dress, but sometimes you get surprised and people will buy random stuff that you never thought that you would sell. So it's always just a good idea to go ahead and enable it on everything that you can. So I'm going to hit apply changes here, and I'm just going to keep going. Once you get to stickers, you can't print a background. So this is important. When we hit edit and we come up to the different types, you've got a magnet, a sticker, a glossy sticker, and a transparent sticker. Now a transparent sticker, you can go ahead and use white if you want to, because it'll be transparent on whatever, you know, you put the sticker on. So if you put the sticker on a dark surface, the white print will show up. However, with your glossy sticker, your regular sticker, and your magnet, you're printing white on white and it'll essentially look just like this. You won't be able to see it. So for these, it's a good idea to have another version of your design in a dark color. So you can have a light color and a dark color of your design. So to do this, I can just hit replace image. And so for this one, I'm gonna go ahead and look, I did make a dark version. So retired 2022, and I label my dark version sticker because I'm making it for a sticker. And it will upload a new design. Give me 1 second. Perfect. So there is my new design. I went ahead and I just changed the text color to black and downloaded it as a separate design, and then I can just upload it here. Now I can use it on anything that's got a white background. So the stickers will have a white background, so will the water bottle. So it's a good idea there. If you want a white mug, for example, it's a good idea to have a dark and a light version of your design. Phone cases here, same idea. There's 2 phone cases, both enabled. I can shrink this down. I can center it however I like. Different versions of phone cases, the top up here will obviously look different. So some of them, it'll cut out way down here. So if you put your design too high, it'll get cut off. So for this, it's either a good idea to bring your design down quite a bit, or to go ahead and do something like this where we do the pattern throughout. So if you want it to be one image, make sure you bring it down enough so that it's not going to get cut out. Or if you want to pattern it, that's okay too. So I hit apply change there. I'm going to go ahead and enable a desk mat. So here's my desk mat. You can see here I can't make the image any bigger than it is. So some things your image may not be as large as you want, and in that case it's always a good idea to choose the pattern. So I can do something like this. If I want it to be just on one side, I can choose pattern if I want it to be all over, and then I can make it smaller. I can also choose a regular grid pattern, and if I do it that way and I bring this size up, then I can almost have them right next to each other, but it's just not quite the right size to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the offset grid and shrink it way down, and I'm just going to do it like that and hit apply change. Here are our mouse pads. These 2 are also relatively new, so they came in shortly after the hats, I think. So it's always good to enable all of the products, and if you've already been on RedBubble before, you'll want to go back and put your designs on these products as well. There we go. Pillows and totes. So you'll see here, this is for obviously the small size pillow and the tote bags. There's also a large size pillow, and that's going to have to be adjusted separately. So for the tote bag and the small pillow, I'm going to do something like that, and I'm going to hit apply change. Okay, now we're to the print cards and posters. Now, unfortunately, this one's a little tough to deal with. So when we come up here, you'll see all of these are up, but these all have different sizes is the problem. So if I keep this size here, it'll be great for the prints. It'll be good for the poster, the metal print, the framed print, the art print. What it won't be good for is a card. So if I wanted to make this a retirement card, I would want to upload this design in a different size. And the sizes are all down here. If you click Need Help, it will open another thing and it'll give you dimensions for different products. So you can see the dimensions for all of their products are here. So you may need to take your design and change the dimensions for it if you want to do that. I'm gonna close this. If, for example, I don't care if the card isn't quite right, maybe I'm more interested in a canvas print, I can just leave them all like this. It may be that it's some design that you wouldn't want on a canvas print and you would only want on a card, in which case you can get rid of all of these and just keep it as a card. But I'm just gonna leave it how it is for now just to show you. You'll also notice that Framed Art Prints has a default setting as well. So if I hit default, I can pick frame style between a box frame and a flat frame. I can pick a frame color here. So if I wanted, for example, a black frame, and I can pick the matte color between off-white, black, and bright white and apply changes there. You can also select different markups as well. So you can alter the markup that you want for any product when you've got this open. There's also another way to do it through your dashboard. But I'm gonna go ahead and hit apply changes here and keep going. You've got 3 products here, your pouches, your skins, and your sleeves for your laptop. I'm gonna go ahead and bring that down, center horizontally, there it is. I'm gonna bring it a little bit more down. Once we get to our duvets, comforters, shower curtains, these are all very large designs. And so it may be that your design, if it didn't take up the entire frame, may not be quite big enough. In which case you would want to do a patterned design, or you're gonna need to create a design again with the bigger settings. But right now I like the way this is. I'm just gonna leave it alone. It works well with this design. Mugs. Mugs are another one that can become a little bit tricky. So if I bring this down, if I have it in the center like this, what you can see is it's going to be in the center of the mug with the handle on the other side. So that kind of looks weird. If I want it to be on one side of the mug so that it's near the handle, now the other side of the mug is blank. So you can either, again, create a new design where you've got side-by-side images, which is one way to do it. Another way to do it would be to go ahead and use the pattern here and then to size it, hopefully, so that it either fits. Sometimes it will fit with 2. You might have to play with it, see if it fits with 3. So I'll show you how I would do that. Maybe a little bit bigger. This might be a poor example. This might be one where you want to resize your image entirely. There it is. There we go. So I fit 3 in a row, so now I would have one on each side and the middle, and it would go over the mug like that. And so you can see down here, you can pick the default views right here. Now, you'll notice that when you pick a background color for the mugs, it doesn't include the handle. And so some people don't like that because the black will just stop right where the handle is, and that can look silly. So this may be one where you want to go ahead and pick a white mug because people tend to like white mugs, and go ahead and switch that design. We'll replace the image to the design that we used for the sticker. So again, I'm going to go ahead and go with retired. And I'm going to do my sticker one, which I had here. Takes a second to upload. Perfect. So now I'm going to edit it again. So you can see it kind of looks better on the white, at least I think so. Although black shirts tend to sell more, white mugs also sell more. So shoot for black shirts, but white mugs and white stickers. Okay. All right, so there you can see it right there. Now it works well for the small mug. This will not work so well for the large mug because what will happen is it'll just keep this part here that's supposed to be cut out and keep this part here that's supposed to be cut out and put it on the larger mug. It doesn't let you resize them separately, unfortunately. So it only lets you resize for the small one, and then it'll just include the entire thing for the big one. And you can see that when we're all finished, but I'm gonna go ahead and save this. Next, your travel size mugs. This looks good with just one big image on it, I think, so I like that. Center horizontally. You've got skirts I can enable. Again, you probably think, why would anybody want a skirt that says retired? But you just never know. So we'll just go ahead and enable it anyways. I'll put the pattern design on the skirt and we'll keep going. There's scarves. Again, you can do one big thing for the scarf or you can do the pattern however you like. You've got tablet cases and skins. I can bring that down center horizontally. That looks good. The drawstring bag is another one. So some of these, once you get them where you like them, are pretty quick and easy. I've got a spiral notebook here. And I'm gonna bring it up a little higher, and there we go. Hardcover journal. So for the journal, it'll put it all across both sides. So if you want it to just be on the front cover, for example, you'll want to bring it way down and bring it over until it looks like it's fitting perfectly on just the front cover. So I would do it something like that. So if I just wanted it on the front cover, that's how I would do it. You could do the pattern and have it go across both sides. I like it like this, so that's how I tend to do it. So it's just on the front cover. You've got clocks, and again with the clocks, I could make it one big image like that, or I could do the pattern, whatever looks best. The clocks also have a few default settings. I can pick the frame color, which right now is white, but it could be bamboo or black. And I can pick the hand color, which right now is white, but it could be aqua, black, or red. So I'm just gonna keep with white for both of these. Apply changes and keep working my way down. I've got an artboard here. I'm gonna shrink that down. Perfect, so I have the artboard the way I like it. Acrylic blocks and coasters, those are the same size here. Perfect. Blankets, I'm gonna do a blanket. So again, I can have a blanket with one big image, or I can do a blanket that has the pattern defect to it. I actually like the way it looks now, so I'm just not even gonna bother changing it. Down here, bath mats. They really do have a good variety of products here. I'm gonna bring this down here for the bath mats, officially retired, right there. Water bottles are one that you can't really change the color on, so they are white, and you can see there's nothing here for background color. So this is one where you'll want to use your sticker image or your darker image on. So again, I'm gonna hit retired, I'm gonna come down to my sticker, and I'm going to put it on here. Perfect. And then I'm going to resize it. Perfect. Horizontal. Apply change. Good. I can enable this. I like that. Tote bags. That's another one where the darker image might look better. It's really hard to see the white on the light tote bag here. So again, I'm going to replace this image as well. And this one is going to have the sticker one. Retired. And I'm going to go down to where I had sticker. And so you can see it takes quite a bit of time to go through these all individually. Once you have these set the way you like, if you have other designs that are approximately the same size, you can go ahead and copy the settings, and then it will remember the size of these and where you placed them. And then you can just make little micro changes if you need to, because going through this every time can definitely drain a lot of your time. We've got the masks. You should know that if you have a design that is not meant for children, you cannot put it on a mask. That is one of the things that they won't let you enable. So if you had a design with alcohol or bad words in it, you wouldn't be able to enable your masks. Just FYI, mask, you can put it in the middle. I don't really like it in the middle. It's nice to have it out on the side if somebody wanted it just on the side of one mask. Again, you could do the pattern, so however you like. If I come here, there's two different sizes. There's more of the adult size and the kid's size. So you can decide if it's something that you want on a kid's mask or not. Apply changes here. I've got an apron. I can bring this down again. I'm gonna center it. I like the way that looks. Puzzles. I don't do a lot of the puzzles. I can't get my image any bigger than this, and I feel like for a puzzle, this would just all be black space, and that would look really weird. You can do a pattern on a puzzle. That's going to be a very challenging puzzle, so I suppose if you wanted to sell a very challenging puzzle, you could. This would probably look better if you had a photograph, and it would have to be big enough to cover kind of the entire thing. So I don't do a lot of that, but this is an option. And I'm just gonna leave it like this. Sleeveless top. This one, again, I can do like the graphic tee up top with the pattern, or I can just make it really small and put it right on the chest. So however you think it looks best. So this is more of kind of like a woman's tank. And I hit apply change here. Now you've got your floor pillow, that's your larger pillow. And I'm gonna do it just like that. You have phone wallets. Now you can treat the phone wallet the same way you do a book and just put it right on the front part of the wallet and leave the back plain, or you can do the pattern effect and have it go over the entire wallet, however you like. I think less is more, so I tend to do that type of design. Now we've also got down here leggings, socks, backpacks. There's so many products. Again, I would just go ahead and enable everything. For the leggings, you're pretty much gonna wanna do a pattern type design and bring it way down so that you've got a patterned look on the leggings. Same idea usually for the socks. You're gonna have to bring that way down. Perfect. And then again, you're gonna wanna choose a pattern. And so you can do it like that. And you can make it as small as you like so that you fit as many on there as you want. Backpack, same idea. The backpack, if you can see, it'll show different areas of the backpack, the front pouch, the top, some of the straps. So I can place this right on the top if I wanted to, and you can see it's going to just show up right there. Or if I was to put it here, it would be on just the front pouch. If I did the pattern design, it's going to be all over the entire backpack. So depending on what you want, you may just use one image, you may use the pattern design. You can play with the placement of it. I think that's kind of cool, so I'm just going to go ahead and keep it with the pattern. Duffel bags, same idea. I can pattern it all over the entire duffel bag, or if I want to just bring it down and bring it up, you'll see it kind of comes right in between the handles here. Now, whether I pattern it or not, I would like one print to be right here because I think that's going to look good. So just like that is how I would want one. If I want to do the pattern, again, offset pattern, I would still want that one to come up right there. So it says retired right smack in the middle. So it's up to you whether you like that or not. And then the last product is your fitted mask. So with the fitted mask, again, I like to put it more so it's on one cheek And you can make it as big and small as you want. So I would put it something like that. And now I have all of my products up and enabled. So there are a lot of different products to go through, as you can see. So now we will scroll down. There are some questions that you need to put up here. What type of media is it? I'm going to go ahead and say that this is more digital art and design illustration. So you can pick up to 2. If you have collections set up, you can go ahead and put it in one of your collections, and then you're able to pick your default product, so what your thumbnail for your shop is going to be. So you can look up here and decide, well, what do you think it's going to sell best on? What does it look the best on? What shows it off? What do you think people are mostly going to buy it for? So do you think that people will mostly buy it on a t-shirt or a sticker? Stickers are very popular, t-shirts are very popular, but again, it depends what your design is and whether or not you optimized it for any specific product. If not, t-shirt, that's one that I use a lot. So I'm gonna go down here and I'm just gonna go ahead and pick standard t-shirt. So I can come up and down and you can see, but I'm just gonna go all the way down to classic t-shirt. So that's what I'm gonna go with. Who can view this work? I have it for anybody, public, that's how you would sell it. Is it mature content? No. If it was, it would tell you that you can't have it on children's clothes or masks. And then down here, I have the right to sell this artwork, so you are telling the system that this is your work and you have the right to sell it. And now if I go ahead and hit save work, it'll take a while to process it, but then it's going to show you thumbnails of each of your designs. You can look through those thumbnails. If they look good, great, we leave it alone, we're done. If some of them look like they're a little off and you want to make some changes, then you can go ahead and edit it and make changes at that time until you have everything exactly the way that you want it. So let's just take a quick look here, make sure everything looks good. Okay. So it is going to show you your title, retired, not my problem anymore. Your description is going to show you some of your keywords. You may have a lot. I didn't put very many for this one. And then it's going to show you your products. So this is what it would look like on a mask, for example, on one cheek, on the hat. And you want to go ahead and make sure all of these thumbnails look good the way that you want them, that you have everything enabled and the way you want it. Here's my classic t-shirt, so this would be more of my thumbnail for my shop, so make sure that that looks good. And so you'll just keep scrolling down and making sure that everything's how you want it. If it looks too big, you can go up and resize it smaller. If it looks too small, you can go up and resize it bigger. Make sure you just have everything the way you want it for your shop so that if somebody sees it, they're gonna wanna buy it. So there's my sticker, my glossy sticker, my transparent sticker. Make sure nothing's getting cut off, like the phone cases. I wanna make sure nothing's getting cut off. So different phone cases have different openings, especially some of like the Samsung ones. They can go down pretty low. So like I said, if you're gonna have one design, you have to make sure it's down pretty low or it can get cut off. Your phone wallet case, it's just gonna show you the front side. So the way we did it here kind of looks nice just on the front, but again, you can pattern it all over. Your different art prints are here. The frame is here, and remember you can pick default settings. So we picked the white matte and the black frame, but there were different choices. There's, I think, a natural frame and more of a mocha colored, and then there's an off-white matte or a black matte. I can keep coming down here. Once we get to the cards and postcards, you'll see the sizing. So it does not fill up the entire card. So this is what I was talking about earlier. I would have to upload another image with the right dimensions for the cards if you want to make it a card. Now, that being said, if you upload it for the dimensions for the card, it will now no longer be right for the dimensions of the poster. So that's a little kink that they really need to work out because currently you kind of almost have to pick what it's going to look right on. But you got your tapestry, your wall-mounted print, your acrylic blocks. I have actually sold an acrylic block. Clocks, coasters, duvet covers, so you can just kind of scroll down, make sure, again, everything looks good. You've got your children's clothes, and again, you can pick the default color that you want. So I went ahead and I went with the dark default color. Otherwise, I think it'll default to white, which probably wouldn't look good if your design has white text. Check your tote bags. Here's the mug. So the mug looks really good this way. The tall mug will not look good, and we'll see that when we come, down here. So the tall mug, you can see kind of the tops and the bottoms don't look good. And I don't really have a good way to do that other than to go ahead and upload a separate image with different dimensions for this product that would get rid of the whites here and here, or make this white here and here. Cotton tote bag, duffel bag, mask looks good. Everything else looks pretty good. Socks sell very well, surprisingly, so a lot of people will come on here for socks. Water bottle, there's your greeting card again. That doesn't quite look great. Your hardcover journal, spiral notebook, puzzle, apron. Okay, so you can see it takes quite a bit of time. If you really wanted to enable everything perfectly for each item, you would have to have your design saved in many different dimensions, and so that can take you a long time. And if you're trying to be fast, it's a lot easier to just say, okay, I'm only going to save a light version and a dark version, and I'm just going to let the tall mug, I'm just going to forget about it, and maybe the cards, I'm just going to forget about it. Otherwise, you know, you can definitely spend the extra time to try to format those the way you'd like to, but this looks pretty good. So that is how you would go ahead and put an image up on RedBubble. So now all of these individual products are for sale with just one image. It doesn't cost you any money to do this. So it's an easy way to get started, and you can go ahead and get started today. So I hope this video was informative. I know there's a lot of little details in RedBubble that you need to, you know, be able to check for. So hopefully this helps you out. If you liked this video and you want to see more instructional videos on print on demand, go ahead and hit like and subscribe and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss any of the videos. Thank you for watching.